Saturn. Saturn is the most beautiful planet in our solar system. It is the sixth planet from the Sun and the second largest after Jupiter. It is a gas giant. Saturn is named after the Roman god of wealth and agriculture who was also the father of Jupiter. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Knowledge Universe. Subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so you will never miss any update. Saturn is a massive ball made mostly of hydrogen and helium. It appears as one of the 5 planets visible with the naked eye in the night sky. It is less dense than water. It would actually float like an apple if you dip the planet into a pool. As a gas giant, it doesn't have a true surface. It is the flattest of the 8 planets, with a polar diameter that is 90% of its equatorial diameter. Galileo Galilei was the first to observe Saturn with a telescope in 1610. Because of the crudeness of his telescope, he couldn't determine what the rings were. He incorrectly guessed that there were 2 large moons on the either side of the Saturn. In 1655, the Dutch astronomer Christian Huygens used a better telescope to observe Saturn. He had to realize that the moons on the either side of the Saturn were actually rings, a thin flat ring nowhere touching and inclined to the ecliptic. Huygens was also the first person to discover Saturn's moon Titan. Saturn has 62 moons. Some of these are large like Titan, the second largest moon in the solar system. But most are tiny, just a few kilometers across, and they do not have official names. The most common nickname for Saturn is the ringed planet, a nickname arising from the large, beautiful, and extensive ring system that encircles the planet. The rings of Saturn aren't solid as they appear from Earth, but instead made up of floating chunks of water, ice, rocks, and dust. Some of these particles are as small as grain of salt, while others as big as house. They stretch out more than 12,700 kilometers from the planet, but are only a mere 20 meters thick. Saturn has the second shortest day in the solar system. One day on Saturn takes only 10.7 hours, and Saturn makes a complete orbit around the Sun in about 29.4 Earth years, which is about 10,756 Earth days. The surface gravity on Saturn is about 107% the surface gravity on Earth. So if you weigh 100 pounds on Earth, you would weigh 107 pounds on Saturn. Of course, assuming you could find some place to stand on Saturn. Saturn's center is a dense core of metals like iron and nickel surrounded by rocky material and other compounds. Saturn has a hot interior reaching 11,700 degrees Celsius at its core, and it radiates 2.5 times more energy into space than it receives from the Sun. With an average temperature of minus 178 degrees Celsius, Saturn is a pretty cool planet. The distance from the Sun is 1.49 billion kilometers. The radius of the Saturn is 58,232 kilometers. Saturn's magnetic field is smaller than Jupiter's but still 578 times as powerful as Earth's magnetic field. There are 3 layers of clouds in Saturn's atmosphere. The upper layers of clouds are made up of ammonia ice. Traveling toward the core, clouds of water ice form with bands of ammonium hydrosulfide ice intermix. In the lower layers, water droplets are found mixed with ammonia. Saturn appears a pale yellow color because its upper atmosphere contains ammonia crystals. Saturn's hexagon is a persisting hexagon cloud pattern around the North Pole. The sides of the hexagon are about 14,500 km long, which is more than the diameter of Earth. Saturn have been visited by 4 spacecrafts. These are Pioneer 11, Voyager 1 and 2, and the Cassini-Huygens mission. Cassini was the 4th spacecraft to visit Saturn and the first to enter its orbit on July 1, 2004. Next episode is about the planet Uranus. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment and share if you really did, and subscribe to my channel Knowledge Universe and press the bell icon so you will never miss any update.